Hey everybody, it's me, Laura, and I want to send out a huge happy Halloween to everyone. And in that spirit of the occasion, I know bad, we are going to make some space monsters today. Now right here, I have a 2.5 by 3.5 inch sized card, and I'm going to roll out my black clay that I have here on a number 4 on my Atlas pasta machine. I'll cut this to size, and then I'm going to take that card off, and we'll go ahead and bake the card. Okay, so now I'm taking all those eyeball canes that I had created about a week or so back. I want to say on the 14th or whatever. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and just cut slices of each type of these canes. Small, big, it doesn't matter, whatever the size. And some of them make angry, some of them make sad. Some of them give their little expressions, if you will, make some crazy eyes if you want even, which like I did on this last bit. It's like up and down. And now that you have those, go ahead and just put those in the oven and bake them at 275 for 7 to 10 minutes. Once you have those baked, go ahead and take them out of your oven and let them cool, but then I'm going to take them up off of my tile here. And once you have them all off, what you're going to do is you're going to start placing these down, and I use a little bit of super glue, and I'm going to put a little super glue on the back and then put that right on that black field of Twinkle Twinkle black clay that I have. And so I put my angry eyes down first. I wanted those dead center. I thought that would be fun. And then some other eyes just scattered all over this black field. Now once you have this field done and you got it all set up with these eyes, you could even just stop your project right here and just enjoy your little ATC card that you've created. And yes, artist trading card in polymer clay with all your little eyes on it. And that can be just your project right there. But I want to go ahead and add in just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and make a space monster. All right, so for our space monster, we're taking some of our scrap clay and we're going to have some fun with this. I just thought, you know what? This is what I had on hand. We're going to make him out of our scrap clay. So, took some scrap clay, rolled it up in kind of this little oblong ball, if you will. And then I took some of my black clay and I'm going to go ahead and roll that out on a thin, like a number 4. And I took a simple Kemper cutter and I thought we're going to cut a little circle, place that on my scrap clay ball, and then cut a couple of eyeballs from my smallest cane. My eyeball cane, that is. And I took those little eyeballs and we're going to place those right in the little black field. Now this is going to make it look like, oh, there's a little monster inside this really colorful ball. And he's got a little bit of character. So let's go ahead and take some more tinier black balls. I want to say they're probably about, a 1/4 of an inch. And turn them into teardrops and then place that scrap clay ball right on top of it. This will give him his little feet. Once you have that done, I want you to take and make 2 smaller, tinier balls and flatten them out into a little disc and then cut a little cut into it and make little points. This will be the hands on your little space monster. And just go ahead and place those on the sides where you like it so that it looks nice to you. And there's my little monster guy, but he's not quite finished. Let's go ahead and add some more, but I'm going to kind of take a little bit of my super glue and I'm just going to add that into where his hands are so they kind of stay intact. I know the clay is fresh, but it'll be just fine once you bake him. And I'm positioning my card because he's going to hold up the little dimensional card portal of where all his other little monster buddies are. So this is kind of how this little miniature is going to come about. So right here I'm making 2 smaller little balls once again because, like I said, our little monster isn't done. We're going to go ahead and put those 2 little balls on the top of his head. And then I'm going to take some 22 gauge wire and we're going to cut like 2 short little pieces. And then with your rounded needle nose plier, go ahead and start bending that wire back and forth, kind of in a zigzag pattern. And do that all the way down. And then once you have it where you like it enough, go ahead and stick one of those wires into where that little black ball is. That'll keep the black ball in place, and this way then he has antennas, our little space monster. Go ahead and make two smaller little balls and place those right on the points of his little antennas. And this will complete up your little space monster. Now that you have your little space monster done, bake him at 275 degrees for 10 minutes per 1/4 inch thickness. So if your little space monster is pretty thick, you could bake him for about 15 to 30 minutes depending upon how big he is. And once he is cooled off, use a little super glue to glue him into his little panel of space monster buddies. You might also want to touch a little super glue on the antenna areas as well. And then go ahead and place another little eyeball in his other hand, just for the fun of it. But once this is done, you will have your miniature for Halloween. As you can see here, I have my little space monster glued into the panel with all his buddies and another eyeball in his other hand. Please use this for study and reference. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. And as always, I'm sending out my biggest hugs to each of you, and I hope you have a fantastic, spooky, and safe Halloween.